In a world fueled by speed, power, and ruthless competition, trust is a rare currency. Every Formula One driver has a team, but only a few have a circle. For Max Verstappen, the man dominating the sport like no one since Schumacher, that circle is smaller than you'd ever imagine. Behind the records, the trophies, and the headlines are a handful of people who shaped him, protect him, and sometimes even challenge him. This is the world around Max Verstappen, the people he truly trusts. For Max Verstappen, trust didn't begin in Formula One. It started in childhood, on cold early mornings, on forgotten karting tracks in Belgium and Italy. His father, Jos Verstappen, wasn't just a parent. He was a relentless architect of his son's destiny. While most kids were learning to ride a bike, Max was learning how to read a racing line. Jos, a former Formula One driver himself, knew exactly how brutal the sport could be. He pushed Max harder than anyone, to the edge of breaking point. Stories from his early years sound more like military training than parenting. Long drives across Europe, endless testing sessions, and sometimes harsh lessons. In one infamous story, after Max lost a karting final, Jos left him alone at a gas station on the way home. To outsiders, it sounded cruel, but to Jos, it was a message. If you want to win, you can't rely on anyone, not even me. That moment defined how Max views the world today. He learned that trust isn't given, it's earned. And from that foundation, he built a career where only the most loyal people would stay close. The first and most permanent member of that inner circle is his father. Even though Jos rarely appears in the media these days, he's still involved, whispering advice, watching every detail. Because no one knows Max's limits or his temper better than him. And of course, his mother, Sophie Kumpen, a former racing driver herself. While Jos was known for being tough, Sophie brought something different: calm, empathy, and understanding. She knew the pressure of the racetrack, the sleepless nights, the obsession with milliseconds. But she also knew how dangerous it could be to lose yourself in that world. Sophie helped Max find balance, reminding him that racing doesn't define the person behind the driver. In interviews, Max has said that his competitive nature comes from both parents, but his composure, his ability to stay calm under pressure, that's Sophie's influence. Then there's Victoria Verstappen, his sister. While Max grew up in the intense, travel-heavy world of racing, Victoria often stayed behind, living a more normal life. But their bond has always been strong. She's one of the few people who speaks to Max without the filter of fame. No paddock politics, no sponsorship talk, just honesty. And for Max, that honesty matters more than anything. Fast forward to today, Max Verstappen isn't the fiery teenager anymore. He's a four-time world champion, a global superstar, and the face of Red Bull Racing. But surprisingly, his world hasn't gotten bigger. It's gotten smaller. Let's start with the woman who shares his everyday life, Kelly Piquet. To the outside world, she's an influencer and daughter of a racing legend. But to Max, she's something else entirely: balance. Kelly is the calm to his chaos. When the cameras fade and the engines go silent, she's the one who brings him back to reality. She understands the pressure, the scrutiny, the obsession with perfection, because she grew up in it. Her presence isn't just emotional, it's strategic. She keeps Max grounded, focused, and sometimes shields him from the noise of fame. Then there's Gianpiero Lambiase, the race engineer fans now know simply as GP. If you've ever listened to Max's team radio, you've heard the magic of their relationship. It's built on brutal honesty, mutual respect, and an almost telepathic understanding. GP is one of the few people who can challenge Max without triggering his legendary temper. He doesn't flatter, he doesn't sugarcoat. He tells Max what he needs to hear, not what he wants to hear. And that's exactly why Max trusts him. And of course, in the shadows, there's Helmut Marko, the man who discovered him. Gruff, old school, and brutally direct, Marko has been the gatekeeper of Red Bull's driver program for decades. He took a chance on Max when others thought he was too young, too aggressive, too risky. To this day, Marko remains one of the few people Max will actually listen to, because he knows, without Marko's trust, he might never have made it to Formula One. But trust in Formula One always comes with a price. The sport is full of shifting alliances, contract politics, and media traps. And while Max's inner circle keeps him grounded, it also isolates him. Unlike many drivers, Max doesn't surround himself with celebrities or influencers. Not everyone earned a spot in Max's circle. Over the years, he's distanced himself from drivers, journalists, and even sponsors who tried to use his name or test his loyalty. He's not rude, he's just cautious. When fame hit, Max watched others around him get burned by fake friendships and hidden agendas. That's why his group today remains incredibly small. And yet, there are a few genuine friendships. Beyond the walls of the paddock, Max keeps in touch with a handful of close friends from his early karting days. People who've known him since before the fame. One of them is his longtime manager, Ray Vermeulen, who's guided his career since the very beginning, and remains one of the few people Max fully trusts off the track. And then there's Martin Garrix, not just the world-famous DJ, but a genuine friend. The two met years ago and quickly bonded over their shared obsession with perfection and pressure. Garrix has said they understand each other's worlds in a way few others can. The intensity, the travel, the noise, and that when they hang out, it's never about fame or success. Just two Dutch guys enjoying life away from the spotlight. To Max, that's what real friendship means. No drama, no cameras, just loyalty. When you strip away the fame, the trophies, the millions, what remains is the person behind the visor. For Max Verstappen, that person is defined not by how many fans he has, but by how few people he truly lets in. His father Jos still plays a complex role, part mentor, part reminder of where it all began. Kelly represents the balance, the life outside racing that keeps Max grounded. Lambiase represents the trust. Marko represent belief, the people who gave a teenager the keys to Formula One glory. Together, they form the world around Max Verstappen, a world small enough to fit in a single room, yet powerful enough to sustain a dynasty. And maybe that's the real secret behind his dominance. Not just raw talent, not just a fast car, but a fortress built on trust, loyalty, and silence. Because when the lights go out and 20 cars roar into turn one, it's not the world that makes Max Verstappen unstoppable. It's his world, the small circle that keeps him calm when chaos takes over. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video about Max's inner circle, please subscribe with a notification, and I'll see you in the next one.